Yes, I would like to file a complaint, but I have some questions first. Is there somebody that I could speak with in the office?
Yes, how can I help you?
Okay, I heard some troubling things by a lieutenant of yours named Lieutenant Williams. And before I jump off on the deep end and make some assumptions, I just wanted to know what do you got your guys' policy regarding ID as far as requesting ID? Is it a fact that in your town that if a police officer asks for ID, that the person is supposed to give it up without even a lawful arrest or lawful detainment?
May I come speaking with, please?
Yes, you're speaking with John McCullough.
Okay, Mr. McCullough. Those questions that you are asking are in regards to a case that we cannot discuss right
No,
now.
I'm just asking your policy. Just asking your policy, your general policy with that. I'm not asking about a case.
Can I talk?
Excuse
I
me?
can email you whatever you are looking for, but I'm not at liberty to discuss anything.
Why is that? I'm asking for your policy, ma'am. May I ask who I'm
May I
speaking with?
please talk?
Yes, may I ask who I'm speaking with? Who am I speaking with?
None of your business.
None of my business?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know this is recorded. No problem.
You are too. That's fine. You're being recorded.
All right, you're telling me so you working at the police station and you telling me it's none of my business who I'm speaking with.
I absolutely did say that.
And why are you saying that? Because you're in your official capacity right now.
How do you know what I am?
Because you answered the phone at the police station. That's why. And if you're not on your official capacity, you shouldn't be answering that phone.
What else do you want, sir?
I've asked you, can I speak to somebody else that may be more competent that can answer my questions?
No one is willing to speak with you right now. We are absolutely just sick and tired of this. So
You sick and tired of what, ma'am? I'm asking you what your policy is as far as your...
harassment.
Excuse-
You're asking me about something that has absolutely nothing to do with you.
No, it does have something to do with me. I'm part of the public. You don't understand that.
You're not our public.
Excuse me?
You are not a part of our public.
How do you know, ma'am? Everything you doing... Ma'am, may I ask who I'm speaking to, please? May I ask who I'm speaking to?
Are you crying, Bob?
I'm asking you who am I speaking to?
I have told you twice. If you quit yelling, you would have heard me. Now I'm not gonna say it again.
So why are you being so unprofessional? You're a police officer. Excuse me?
Yes, may I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out why are you being so unprofessional. I just asked the question.
I'm not being unprofessional. I told you the information.
Well, you are being unprofessional. I asked you your name. You told me none of my business.
I don't have to give you my name, but I...
Ma'am, I need to know who I'm speaking to because I have important questions. I'm calling the police station asking important questions. You are a public servant. You have to give me your
I have
name.
to give it to you the first time.
Excuse me?
I gave you my name twice already. If you had not been yelling and arguing and talking to me all crazy, you would have heard
Well,
it.
ma'am, the first time I asked you, you told me none of your business.
To give you my
Well,
name.
what did I do to deserve that? And I'm just asking a general question.
And my general answer is I would not like to share my name with you.
May I explain something to you? May I,
read up on them laws.
No, no.
Y'all not understanding this stuff now.
No, you need to read up on the law. You are a public servant. You're in your official capacity. If a person of the public asks you for your name, it is part of your policy to give that up. It is part of your... Ma'am, you can play all the games you want, but guess what? This will be reported to your superior, and they will be hearing this all the way up to city council.
It sounded kind of sort of like a small threat. That's fine.
All the way up to city council because I'm being denied service. You can't even tell me what your policy is regarding ID.
What I can do, now what I'm not doing, that's a different thing, but you don't know what I can do.
Okay, well, hey, listen. You're digging yourself a deeper hole. I'm just trying to get some questions answered.
Is there anything else that I may have...
Yeah, I think that you should give me the phone to somebody else because you're incompetent. You shouldn't even be a police officer the way you're talking to people on the phone.
I told you several times, I'm not an officer. You did not call the police station. You missed that because you still over talking.
So who are you then? Who are you? Who am I speaking with? I need to know who I'm speaking with. I'm not talking to an officer. Hand me to an officer, please.
You can't talk directly to an officer. Why do you think why would you
So why do you think you're competent enough to answer my questions? You should have been hung up. Who do you think you are to answer official capacity questions when you're not even in a position to answer it?
How do you know I'm not in the position to answer that? I'm just not answering because I'm sick and tired of the harassment.
No,
How do you know that?
the harassment. Who are you?
Yes, sir, that's what I said.
Who are you? If you picked up the phone, who are you?
Joe Bob. I've said it 3 times. That's the 4th time.
May you say it one more time, please?
Oh, nope. You should have called it one of those other 3 times. See,
Okay, well, it's recorded. I could go back on it to see if you said who you are. It's recorded. It's recorded because we're having a conversation, and you should be able to be competent enough to say. You said it 3 times. I never heard you say anything. I believe you're taking this as a joke. I believe you're taking this as a joke, and I'm highly offended. I have got.
I'm offended that I can't come to work without being harassed by people who want to stick their nose in something that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Neither do they understand what they call it up here for.
See, you know what your problem is? You know what your problem? Let me tell you what your problem is, and let me tell you how ignorant you are. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Let me explain how ignorant you are, because anybody in
explanations about how ignorant I am.
Yeah,
somebody that cares, because I don't. I really do not
well,
know how ignorant
let me learn you something. Anybody who's part of the United States has every right to know about a public matter in your department. It ain't got nothing to do with how you feel or what you think people shouldn't do. Let me tell you something. You work it. And what's your rights and amendments?
Y'all been calling up here harassing us. At this point, I will be uncooperative.
Well, guess what? You guys shouldn't be unlawfully arresting people. And you're going to hear more. You're going to hear more about it. Guess what? And they're going to hear your voice on this recording talking the way you talk. You will be reprimanded. You will be reprimanded. You will be reprimanded. Think it's a joke. Listen, ma'am, you can think it's a joke as much as you want. This may take 18 months. It may take 24 months. But it's going to turn right back around to you with this situation right here.
Do it. Stop making threats and do it. Y'all think y'all the only ones that got a mouthpiece or can say what they want to say and feel? You're not.
Ma'am, you are totally incompetent to be holding the position you have. I'm telling you.
Hang up or no?
I don't have to hang up.
I know you don't want to hang up. That you want to continue to.
I don't have to hang up. I'm trying to get some answers done. I'm trying to get some answers. What is your policy? What is your policy when it pertains to ID and unlawfully detaining or arresting somebody? So. Now, I want to know what your policy is because I'm doing a story on it. And I want you to tell me what.
Why you want me to send it to you?
Because I want you.
You already know our policies and procedures. What did you waste your time calling up here asking for?
Because I want to hear it from somebody from that police department. What is your policies and procedures pertaining to ID when somebody is being detained unlawfully or arrested unlawfully? So when you walk up on, let me ask you a question. When you walk up on somebody and you ask them for ID, do you expect them to give you ID even when it's an unlawful detainment or an unlawful arrest?
I'm not an officer. I don't expect anything. I told you.
So why are you telling me that you're tired of everybody calling up harassing you? If you're not an officer, do your damn job, answer the phone, answer the questions, and pass the information along.
Absolutely not the police department. I pray to God this is on your recording, so the next time you decide to dial this number, when you listen to your recording, you'll see this is not the Natchitoches police department that you call.
All right, so connect me to somebody that I can speak with that's a police officer.
Any favors? I'm incompetent, remember?
So this is a denial of service. So you're telling me, you said you're not going to be doing anything. This is a denial of service?
I'm not doing anything.
Are you denying service? Are you denying service?
I don't know how to do anything.
Okay, that's a denial of service. You'll pay for that one too.
Good. I'm paying for a lot of stuff anyway. Thank you. What else can we do to help you?
You're dismissed.
Well, hang up. Hang up. Have you hung up? No, you're still on the line.
You're dismissed, ma'am.
You should have did that.
You're
If
dismissed.
you came off like this from the beginning, we probably could have got somewhere. But you calling up here.
I'm going to show you how we going to come off, and guess what? You'll be reading about it. How about that? You're going to be reading about it, ma'am. You're going to be, first of all, you're dispatched and you haven't identified yourself. You are dispatched and you haven't identified yourself. That's the number one problem we got right there. And I'm glad that the person in the background thinks it's funny.
Play your recording. Play it over. You said you recorded me. Play it over. You'll get my name. So
I'm glad that your people in the background think it's funny. A bunch of unprofessionals hanging out together, and I'm calling for legitimate purposes, and you think it's funny.
You should have. It isn't a legitimate question.
I said legitimate, not illegitimate. Legitimate. Learn your words, sweetie. Learn your words. I said legitimate.
Sweetie, I'm not your sweetie.
I called for a legitimate question, and all I've got was red tape the whole time. But guess what? Look, we're off of that. We're not talking about. Stay focused. We're not talking about that no more. Listen to me. Listen to me. Guess what? Hey, I got enough. I got enough to put on YouTube and for you to be identified. And for you to be identified. It will be, guess what? This tape will be played over and over until we find out who you are, because we will find out who you are.
Bob, I just told you not at the fifth time. Dang it. What else can I do for you, sir?
You're dismissed. You can hang up. You are dismissed. You can hang up the phone. You're dismissed.